for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike to 59. Hey, 48. Let's go.
Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 25 yards that time. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check Mike, 27.
Cousins.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was and a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Kill. Kill. 51, down. Twist. Watch the twist. Check 24, check 24. 11.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Tighten up.
On 2nd down, Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Watch the screen. 4. Mike's 5-4.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Know your job.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He finds some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 37 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up. To about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? To throw again on second down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it this time. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike's 54.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check 50. Check 50.
20.
After the sack on first down, Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They should have known. They should have known, baby.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Right.
Army.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You must be dreaming.
Hey, Sam. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Get up.
To throw again, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Cousins over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage again.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7.
Falcons 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a Falcon first down.
Ready. Mike 54. Hey, wait. Here we go. Kill. Check. Switch. Hey, watch the edge. Check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Mike. Blue 80. Mike 25. 4. Hey, let's 61. Jump. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Man out.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Watch out. Check, Mike.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It got his man complete. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ben Gideon gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Baby, come on, let's go. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Bang, bang.
Check, check.
Bang, bang.
Shit. 21.
Check, check. Fresno.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready. Back 25. Mike's 5-4. Come off the ball. Hey, check, check.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike, 50. 39. Mike, 54.
Tackles, tackles. Mike's 54.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
It's just me and you.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Fourth down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now this time he'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Treadwell. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ryan now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check. Motion.
Now Ryan.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Getting it out left side to Sanu.
Don't get nervous.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go!
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Cousins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Danny. Check nickel.
Two. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here we go. Mike's 22. Hey.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out. baby. That's baby shot.
Mike.
Now it's Ryan.
It's going to be a long day.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ben Gideon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here I come.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Hey, watch that.
Now Ryan.
Pick it up.
Caught by Sanu. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just about on his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Get him, boy.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
At the 3-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Cousins to throw it this time.
Outside coming.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Let me what you got.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
This is Freeman.
Check 3, check 3.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Lucky. Check 3, check 3.
Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. So 1st and goal, 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB.
Mike's by 4. Check Mike. Right there. 54, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And that's caught inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
54's Mike.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, Delta. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't attack defense. 51,
On 3rd down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
We're going to shut you down.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yes.
Hey, alert 3. Check safety.
Freeman again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That's mine. 21.
Mike, 55.
Go.
Here in the middle. 55.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Freeman. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Alert flare.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll look to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. And some room to work. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's real.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
And that one? It's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got one.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
58. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Hey, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Space. Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let him know.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ben Gideon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Ryan. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.